Hello, it is your favorite faceless internet bestie who's bad at intros. So please do all the YouTube things, like and subscribe and comment or whatever. I I'm making this because I know some people were probably triggered by that just be happy video. You can't just be happy. You can't just go and live your life and do whatever you want. Things need to get done. Hello. Things will get done. Things always get done. You're not doing them. You're not doing it. Whatever needs to happen is gonna happen. Chill out. I feel like if you've gotten this far into this channel, I don't even know how long this channel is gonna be, go on. I can post these videos and then never talk on here again. It doesn't matter. I don't even. There's no reason for this. So then just said to do this. So I'm doing this. I don't know where this is coming from. I had to break down a lot of my like a lot of the things that I had around like God. So I know that word God, especially in this community, can be very triggering for some people. A lot of y'all like to call it awareness instead, because your awareness you think is what's creating the things around you. That's awareness doesn't create anything. Any function in the illusion isn't creating anything in the illusion. That doesn't make any sense. Like I love Rupert Spear. I've heard him say that so many times, and it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're calling it awareness, but it's not. Awareness is a function, so that is confusing to me. And then from somebody that came from like a very hyper religious background, to hear people call it God at first used to really bother me, because in religion, God is objectified. They think God is Jesus. Do y'all know that? Like, there's so many people that have called Jesus Lord, and it's like, that man, you think that is just, oh, there's so much confusion. It's actually triggering to me. It, if Jesus and God are the same person, then why in the hell did Jesus say, the Father and I are one, but the Father is greater than I? Who could be greater than thyself? That wouldn't make any sense, right? No. So Jesus is not God. And that, I feel like that is why that's where religion, especially like inside religious communities, that starts to break down, because it's a bunch of people's character perspectives. Like, each character has its own perspective of what that is, and they're trying to force it together. When in reality, the Bible is just basic instructions before leaving Earth, and God is actually in everything, and is all things, and is unconditional love. Even the stuff that you see out there that you think is bad and horrible, it's all part of this. There's nothing separate going on at all. You're just only seeing it from the vantage point of yourself, from your illusion. Like your. Anyways, I know that was triggering for me to just tell people, just be happy about your life. Just go about your life and be happy. And people are like, how the fuck am I supposed to do that? You're not doing it, so don't worry about it. However it's going to play out, it's going to play out. So if you think, if a thought comes that says, oh, I need to change the way I think about things, or I need to do this, or I need to do that, observe the observer, spend years in meditation. I never did that, by the way. I started meditating purely because I was miserable. And I imagine that's why a lot of people start meditating, is because they're miserable. And then after a while, you realize that, it's kind of relaxing and it's calming. So there are days now where it's like, I'll sit there and I can't do it for like 15, 20 minutes, but I'll consciously sit down and just shut my eyes and just breathe and relax and do nothing and think nothing. And you call it meditation if you want to. I'm just chilling. It's literally. These rambles won't make any sense. I don't even. I feel like only the girls that get it will get it. The boys that get it will get it. The people that get it. And if you don't, this is just gonna sound so crazy. Yeah, this whole thing is a joke. It's a game. It's an illusion. It's not. It's just a story. It's just a series of stories that you're telling yourself. There is no me. There isn't me. Like, it's all just a story. It's just a story. You're literally writing your own story. Nothing's actually going on. It's not as serious as you think it is. Like, I try to like explain this to my, because I have teenagers, and so I try to like explain it. One day they were like asking me about, like talking about God and religion and all that, and I had to explain it because my children very religious, very, obviously I grew up really religious. I didn't force that on them, so they were allowed to choose, obviously what they want to believe in, where they're, and so my oldest son is, I guess, if you categorized it, he would be a Baptist, like he's a, Christian Baptist, and my other son is would be classified as like a salvationist, where he's just very laxed and help what you can help, do what you can do, don't worry about the rest of it. And my other son is very much like, here's the rules that God gives you to live by, and their moral compasses are just amazingly on point for for people, for tiny little people that were allowed to choose their own direction. But that's and still, environment and conditioning did its thing. Like their grandmothers are religious women, very religious women. So it would probably have been impossible for my children to grow up and not have some sort of fragrance around the idea of God, right? And then here's their mom telling them, yes, God is God, but what we're calling God is not a person at all. So that might make some Christians mad out there, because y'all been calling Jesus God for a long time, the Lord for a long time. He's not. That's not who he was. He was a vessel speaking of the things that were unseen. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. So like I said before, do what makes you happy. Whatever that is, you cannot go wrong, because there is no right or wrong. That's a conditioning, right? If society might break down if people stop taking responsibility for their actions, there is no person to be responsible for your actions in the first place. There is a character who you can blame things on, or say that this is where this action generated from. This reality bubble has now clashed with my reality bubble in such a way that I did not like, and now I think that you're a bad person. But that's just one perspective, isn't it? I don't know. This entire channel is about me just rambling about random things that cross my mind and random things that I think about. So do what you want with this information. If it helps you, great. If it doesn't, who cares? And if you're just listening because you think, what is this psycho on about? Hello. It's all perspective, though. I don't know. Maybe I never talk on here again. I have no idea what's going to happen with this channel. I didn't, set out to make this. I actually thought about having a YouTube channel where I just vlog my life, or, do, cooking videos and stuff. I only think about that stuff when I'm, quote-unquote, bored. But then this is what came out. I'm rambling about this stuff. It's so crazy. Yeah. None. Just cut yourself some slack. Seriously. Say it all the time. It's not that serious. You create limits for yourself, you know what I mean? So if you think something's not possible or something is possible, it's the person is just living in a loop of itself. That is so, and you can't do anything. And when I say you can't do anything else, I don't mean that you physically can't do anything else. I mean, it's impossible for you to live outside of that loop of yourself. Whether you're changing or not is only happening inside of the reality bubble of each individual character. And then because the whole consists of everything and you're not actually separate from it, when you change the way you think or the shift that you have in your little reality bubble, of course new things start to show up because that is where you are now. All this shit about quantum jumping. I do love quantum physics though. I mean, not like, but all this parallels and timelines and jumping from one, it's just, it's all filler content. It's like lip filler. It's filler. It's not, it will dissolve. And when it dissolves, it's just this. And I can't explain what this is because this is the unknown. It is just what's happening. It's so crazy. It's so funny that I started, like, I thought that this was going to be like, oh, I'll just ramble on about manifestation stuff and, like, law of attraction stuff and all the things that I think about. And I don't really know why it's out there because there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of channels that tell you, like, how to get what you want or, you know, speaking from a non-dual perspective of life and blah, 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 blah. There's no, it's all just what's happening. Literally can't be explained, which is why this channel just sounds like rambling and nonsense. Because it is rambling and nonsense. Okay, I'm done. Have a good day. Enjoy your life.